Pythagorean Theorem. For our main goal in today's lesson will be finding how to solve Pythagorean Theorem and mastering Pythagorean Theorem. What is a Pythagorean Theorem? It is where the square root of the two legs of a right triangle are equal to the square root of the hypotenuse. So it basically means that the square root of the two legs of a right triangle are equal to the square root of the hypotenuse, which is this one. A squared plus b squared equals to c squared, wherein c is the hypotenuse and a and b is the legs, a and b. Very simple. So for our first example, if a is equals to 3 and b is equals to 4, find c, which is the hypotenuse. So using the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared, we're going to find the hypotenuse. Substituting a, which is 3, and b, which is 4. So 3 squared is 9 and 4 squared is 16. And 9 plus 16 is 25, and to remove the square from c squared, we just use square root c squared and square root 25. We cancel out square root and the square, and square root of 25 is 5, and square root of c squared is c. So the answer for this long side, the hypotenuse, is 5. Another example is, we're not going to find the hypotenuse because it's already given, but we're going to find the leg, which is the a. So if c is 5 and b is 4, we're going to find a. So if b is 4 and c is 5, using Pythagorean theorem. So 4 squared is 16, 5 squared is 25. By transposing 16 to the other side of the equals, is going to be from positive to negative. 25 minus 16. And 25 minus 16 is 9 and a squared. To remove the square root from a squared, we just use square root. Square root a squared and square root of 9. We cancel square root from squared, and the square root of 9 is 3. So the side a is 3. For the final example, the same thing but higher number. If c is 15 and b is 9, find a. Use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared is equal to c squared. While b is 9 and c is 15, we square 9, which is 81. 15 squared is 225. Again, we transpose 81 to the other side of the equal, which is going to be positive to negative. 225 minus 81 is 144. To remove a squared, we use square root of a squared, which is to cancel square root and the square. And the square root of 144 is 12. Final answer, a is equals to 12. Very, very simple. In mastering Pythagorean theorem, make sure to remember that the square root of the two legs are equal to the square root of the hypotenuse. Also remember that the Pythagorean theorem is a squared plus b squared is equals to c squared. The hypotenuse is the longest side of a right triangle. And for our final mastering Pythagorean theorem, remember the square root.